Whenever price action gets very boring, this is when people get caught way off guard and miss the big move. And as the Bitcoin price right now, it's consolidating under the most important level that we have seen on the Bitcoin chart in a number of years. We are seeing volume decrease. We are seeing the price consolidate tighter and tighter and tighter. We are coiling up for a very explosive, very fast move. So today we're going to be diving into the charts, talking about exactly what we need to be prepared for in the coming week or weeks. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications, because we are bringing you the juiciest Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. Now, of course, we can see Bitcoin is consolidating in this range for 3 weeks. This is very important because when we have a well-established range that continues on for a number of weeks like this, what does this mean? It means when that range finally breaks, we are going to have legitimate, real follow-through. If we break out to the upside, we're going to have a real push to the upside. If we break out to the downside, we're going to have a real drop to the downside. And you can see right now that we're consolidating in what some would consider to be kind of like a symmetrical triangle pattern, where in general, we are making, not only are we ranging sideways, but we're making lower highs and we're also making higher lows. And then when we zoom in even more and just kind of see what's happening very locally for the past few days since Wednesday, you can see that we are consolidating even more and more tight within a smaller triangle within a larger triangle. Now, when we take a look at our volume indicator, we can see that over time, the volume is in fact getting lower as we continue to consolidate in this range. What does this mean? When we consolidate very, very, very tight and the volume is decreasing, that means we are coiling up literally for a very explosive move. Now, of course, this range has been very, very nice to trade in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. We were able to take a short from the exact high of the range with the setup given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, take a long from the bottom of the range, setup given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. This is how we were able to get into the short from the exact top, as well as get into the long from the exact bottom. So whichever way this range breaks in the Casper Crew, we are well prepared. And by the way, if you want to join the Casper Crew, you can check out the website at jasoncaspertrading.com, and you can join right down here, as well as if you want to trade on ByBit with 0% limit fees, guys, make sure to click the link in the description, because not only do we have a great deal on fees, which can eat into your profits, if you deposit $100, you get a month free of our awesome trading tool, the Crypto Fusion Trading Bot, which will trade for you. So getting back into these charts, you can see right here that the targets of the triangle are two very, very important levels. First of all, the target to the downside is actually going to be bringing us below this value area low of the range, which is very important. The reason why is because this has been establishing for us the fair value of the Bitcoin price for the past 3 weeks, okay? And even more locally, we can see that this has been the fair value of the Bitcoin price, really where the price has not been able to close significantly a daily candle, not even close, below or above these two price points. So we're talking about basically 28.5 and 27.5. So this $1,000 price range. So if we actually break down from here and confirm a candle below this value area low, well, in my opinion, that is a bearish sign and can lead to more downside. And the opposite is also true. If we confirm the breakout of this local triangle, we will see that we will be confirming above the value area high of the range. And we haven't really been able to close a daily candle above the value area high of the range going all the way back. Well, we actually never have. So you can see that right now, the target of these triangles, this triangle is very, very pivotal. Okay, so what we need to talk about right now is what is more probable? What is more probable? Are we going to break out or are we going to break down? Well, for that, we need to look at a few different indicators. First of all, I want to take a look at the regular RSI indicator. The RSI right now on the daily time frame, as we are consolidating in this pattern, we can see something very, very interesting. As the price continues right now to make higher lows, we are seeing that the RSI is printing lower lows. What does this mean? This is called a hidden bullish divergence, which is a continuation pattern in an uptrend, right? So we do see that there is some bullish pressure coming in here for potentially the break to the upside. Now, if we take a look at coinalize.net, which is actually showing us what are actually the traders doing, are more people longing or are more people shorting, we can see that throughout the entirety of this range, specifically since the last major low that we have put in here, we can see that although the price is making higher lows, we are seeing many, many short traders open up short positions, and these are fresh new short positions. In other words, there's a lot of selling pressure coming in right now, but the sellers are not able to push the price to the downside. So we do see some potential bullish signs forming on the chart. At the same time, we are seeing bearish divergences forming on the RSI as well, and market Cipher B. So what does this mean? Right now, in my opinion, there is an equal chance of breakout to the upside or break to the downside. And so as traders, what we need to do is we need to basically plan our next major trade. And the way I like to do that is I like to say, if we get a break to the upside, where's that next major zone of resistance that I can look for a short position? Or if we break to the downside, where's that major zone support where I can look for a long position? Okay, so we could kind of be using these trend lines, not necessarily as saying these are the levels that we need to be looking for, but saying, look, these are going to give us probable targets in which we can look to then enter some kind of a position, right? So if we do break to the downside, you are seeing clearly we are losing this range, and that is very, very bearish. So let's say that we break to the downside. What am I going to be looking for? Well, if we go to a higher term time frame, the major zone of support that I think is going to be very key if we break this pattern to the downside is clearly going to be this exact level right here, right? Now, it's more of a zone, but I would pinpoint this level of 25,222 as a very key support resistance flip. 25,222 right now is a massive zone of support. So massive. Why? Because it is the 202-day moving average. It's the perfect support resistance flip going all the way back to May 2022. And if we take a look at all the volume that's traded since May 2022, it is also the value area high of this massive range. So if this pattern breaks to the downside, I will be looking for a long position from right down here. Now, if we get a break to the upside, what then am I going to be looking for? Well, we have a very, very key zone of resistance right here around this weekly order block. It's a zone, I would say, around $30,000, which is going to be very, very important, around that $30,000 level, coming in right around here. So these are going to be the two major zones, which I'm actually going to be looking for massive swing trades. Potentially, if I say we come down to 25K and we can get into a long from there, we could really get a big move to put in another higher high in this massive uptrend. And of course, if we get a push up and reject here, that could give us a swing trade entry to come down to, in my opinion, what would probably be a higher low also in the uptrend. So these would be the major levels I'd be looking for on the higher term timeframes. And we are coming to the decision point. The reason why is because it is very rare that we stay in a range for more than a month, right? So I'm looking at the fact that we're coming up on the fourth week of this range, saying we need to get some kind of follow through right here. Now, when we do take a look at market Cipher B, when we take a look at this market structure, I think things are lining up for a pullback from around this zone where we're at, right? We could see the weekly time frame kind of topping out here, the VWAP coming down, but we see this money flow curving to the upside, which means, in my opinion, it's more probable than not that we get some kind of a pullback from around this $30,000 zone and then come back down to make a higher low from which we can get into a juicy long trade. And guys, if you want to learn how to trade this way, you can check out the courses at jasoncaspertrading.com, where you can also book a one-on-one session with a pro trader. But these courses will give you the point A to point B system to become a confident, profitable trader. They have helped thousands of people in their journey to actually start trading profitably. All right, that is it for today's video. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, and if you are celebrating right now the resurrection of the Messiah, well, I do hope that you have a great time with friends and family, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.